What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri zone. The day before the Leipzig preview, basically. It's almost match day again. It's going fast, which is good because there will be another international break after Sunday's game against Cagliari, which is always, sad. But it is what it is. Now, today we're going to talk about probably one of the big questions. I don't know if it's a big question. However, I think it will be a topic of conversation moving forward, especially in certain games, in games where we face teams that will press us a bit more, and we need something different at the back. Will Motta consider playing Kalulu alongside Bremer, um, instead of Gatti, and moving Kalulu to right back, or as people might suggest, saying that's not going to happen because Savona is not good enough, Danilo is not good enough, and Cambiaso is pinned on the other side, basically. Will that be the case, or will it be a case where we actually will see a change at the back? Before we do that, as always, smash the like button. Let's get to at least 100 likes for this one. Should be easy, so smash it. Subscribe to the channel, and let's talk. Kalulu, who he's been playing at a very high level. With high level, I mean he's not like there's no you cannot be looking at him and say, you made a mistake there, or you should be doing better there. Really, I know everybody talked about that PSV game, but he stepped out, and we do that a lot of times. It was just the other ones didn't really close down. That was just a whole group mistake, but it is what it is. Other than that, like individually, he's been on point. He's been good on the ball. He reads the game well. It's calm. It's cool. It's collective. It's not panic. It's nothing. Like, he's been playing very, very well. Like, actually, he's been playing at the level when he played at that Milan season, where everybody was like, that's strange. Like, where has this come from? And then the injuries and just Milan crumbling, and he crumbled with him as well. However, personally, and I know Bremer is being used right now as probably the player who needs to play more out from the back. And if you look up the numbers compared to last season, I think Julian put it out as well. You can go on Julian's Twitter page, and he put out a picture of the difference, between Bremer right now and last season, and it kind of shifted to he is playing more so on the ball. It's been emphasized that he needs to play better on the ball, or like he needs to try it at least. However, I have a feeling that with Kalulu alongside Bremer, it looks more natural playing out from the back. In my opinion, it looks more natural. Now, I get the point where people are saying Savona is not good enough, or Danilo is not good enough for those type of games. I'm just from the opinion that I don't think Motta will have any issues with saying, you know what, I'm okay with having a player like Savona, who, yes, going forward, is not it. However, I can trust him to be solid enough throughout 90 minutes if that gives me something more down the middle. Because keep in mind, it's not that Kalulu is an attacking right back if he plays right back. He's not. Like, he doesn't offer anything out of the ordinary where it's like, yeah, man, you cannot miss that on the right hand side. You can't, it's not that, I'm not saying Savona is that, Danilo is not. We don't have that type of player in the squad. We don't. So it all boils down to, do you trust Savona enough to do well in those type of games, or do you trust Danilo enough to do well in those type of games? Now, I don't think he's going to do that right now. I don't think he's going to bench Gatti and against Leipzig and play Savona and start Kalulu. I don't think that's going to happen, by the way. I'm not saying that. However, I think moving forward, it is a solution I think Motta will consider, because as good as Gatti has been playing, and he has been playing well this season, I think one thing we can take away from the first, 6, 7 games in total is that there are no real guaranteed squad. Like, right now, I think nobody. If I ask you if you need to ask Motta, what is your preferred starting 11? This is it. If you have that one game you need to win, or that's the game. It's all in. That's the game you need to win. What is your starting 11? I think nobody can answer that question right now. I can, because I have 2, 3 doubts you know, about that question. So right now, I don't think it's going to change too much, like drastically, because I think that will be a drastic change. However, I wouldn't be shocked if we're going to see Savona and Kalulu, with Bremer and Cambiasso. I wouldn't, and it's okay to have that conversation because right now, um, it's 7 games in. Will be 8 on Wednesday, and Motta's still searching. He's still looking at what is the perfect balance. What do I need in certain games? What do I not need in certain games? Who can I play in certain games? Who are gonna be effective? And then in other games, which players are not gonna be that effective? And I can actually move to the side a little bit, and consider not really quote unquote needed, basically, because right now we have a lot of solutions. It's just that even if we try those solutions and we bring in Douglas Luiz and we bring in a Fajoli or play McKennie, it doesn't all look smoothly right now. You can see it's so a work in progress. And I think with the backline, it's the same thing. It is a work in progress. I think he found out, like the way Kalulu is playing, I think nobody, okay, I'm going to speak for myself, me, did not expect this at all. Actually, I don't think Motta expected this to this level because he's been playing well. For a player who had a big drop off in Kalulu, who was injured basically all of last season. Only towards the back end he played a little. I don't know, was it 600 minutes or something? Basically nothing. For a player coming from that, doing this in a new team, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed by what he is showing. And I think it's a fair conversation to have. And I know we can play right back, and he did that well against PSV. It's just that in certain games, I have a feeling it feels more natural. It feels more comfortable. It feels more, I don't know, like I will feel more at ease right now if I have that partnership at the back. That's all I'm saying. And that's not having a knock on Gatti, who, by the way, played well at the start of the season. It's just that it's game to game. I think in certain games, I think Motta will consider benching Gatti and playing Kalulu and probably playing Savona. I don't think he's scared going to Leipzig and starting Savona, by the way. I don't think he's scared. Like, he's shown that he trusts some youngsters. Even if you come out of that Genoa game and be like, Rui wasn't fantastic. I don't think he was fantastic. He trusted him to play. And he didn't do anything disastrous. And I know it's Genoa, but he didn't cost us anything. Actually, that goal, he set up that Vlahovic goal pretty well, which with cutting inside. Like, another defender could have just booted it away or played down the sideline, and he just found the space. So there are certain things he sees in players and he trusts them. So I wouldn't be shocked if Savona starts against Leipzig. I wouldn't be surprised. He started him against Napoli, and he had Kvara on lock. And people say, oh, but he sat back deep to have Kvara on lock. Yeah, what's the problem? If he's asked to sit deep and lock up Kvara, which he did, then cool. It worked. He did what he had to do. That's why I'm like, I don't see why Motta goes in certain type of games and tells Savona, you need to have, I don't know, Openda or Xavi Simons, I don't know, on lock. That's your job. That's the only thing you need to worry about. Forget about moving forward. Just have that player on lock. I don't think Motta is scared to ask that from Savona. If Savona will deliver, the game will tell. But I don't think he's sitting there, Motta, and be like, I'm going to do that because I need Kalulu down the middle, but I don't really trust Savona. He goes in that game. He makes a decision. He has full trust in these players, and these players feel that Motta fully trusts him. Otherwise, if like last season we threw in youngsters and there was no trust, we saw that with players being up and down, and it felt like I'm gonna play you because I need to play you. I have nobody else. Right now, it feels like no, Cambiasso's fit. That player is fit. He's fit, but I'm gonna start you, Rui, because down the line this season, I'm probably gonna need you because of injuries, so on. So I'm gonna give you the trust right now, so you feel that you can do it, and I believe in you. And that's, I think, how he's operating. So I wouldn't be shocked, but I think and by the way, I understand why people say no, because our right back situation is where it is. I 100% understand that because I don't think it's ideal, our right back situation. However, I don't think he's scared of doing that and making that decision, But let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will be back live when I'm home on Wednesday, so Thursday will be a post-match day live Leipzig because then I'll be back. But other than that, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll speak to you tomorrow for the Leipzig preview.